This story is about a group of friends who made a plan for the weekend. A plan to find the most haunted place in their area and camp there. They turned to the internet, searched for the darkest location, and set off on their journey. They traveled through desolate roads, deep into a jungle, expecting a simple adventure. But what started as a fun trip turned into a series of paranormal events that would haunt them forever. The story is intense, so listen until the very end to understand the full horror. Hi, I narrate the horror stories sent in by you. If you have a story to share, you can send it to the email. Today's story comes from Islamabad. Let's hear it in his own words.
Hi, brother. My name is Aahan. I am originally from Islamabad, but this story dates back about 7 years to when I went to Europe for my higher studies. I lived in an apartment near my university and worked part-time. I had a good group of friends, some Pakistani, some from other countries. We all loved traveling and adventure. One night, around 10:30 p.m., we were all hanging out at my place. We decided we wanted to do something different this weekend. One friend suggested, let's search for the most horror-filled place in this region and camp there. Let's see if ghosts are actually real. We searched online and found a location that people were strictly warned to avoid. I can't share the name for safety reasons. 2 of my friends warned us, saying this was dangerous, but another friend mocked them, calling them children. We ignored the warnings. We were excited. I had never encountered the paranormal, and I had no idea how big a mistake we were making. 2 days later, we packed our gear, tents, barbecue grill, everything. One friend got sick and stayed back, so the 4 of us left in a car at Maghrib time. It was a 2-hour drive. 50 minutes in, we left the city lights behind. The highway was pitch black. We had loud music playing, laughing, completely unaware of the nightmare waiting for us. Halfway through the journey, on a completely deserted road, our headlights caught something. A girl, walking alone on the edge of the highway. We were shocked. What is a girl doing here alone at this hour? But as we passed her, I noticed something disturbing. She wasn't walking normally. Her movement was twisted, strange. I ignored it, not wanting to ruin the mood. Suddenly, the car started missing. Then, with a jerk, the engine died. We got out and saw smoke pouring from the bonnet. The car was brand new. It shouldn't have overheated. We were stranded in total silence, surrounded by thick bushes and darkness. While waiting for the car to cool, I was pacing on the road. My foot hit something hard in the dark. Without looking, I kicked it away into the bushes. Immediately, I heard a rustling sound from those bushes, followed by a low, strange growl. It didn't sound like a normal animal. I told myself it was just a wild dog and walked back to the car. After an hour, we pushed the car and it finally started. I sat in the passenger seat. As we pulled away, I glanced at the side view mirror. My heart stopped. Standing exactly where our car had broken down was that same girl, the one from the highway. I spun my head around to look back, but she was gone. I didn't tell anyone, thinking it was a hallucination. We reached the forest. It wasn't just dark, it felt heavy, oppressive. We found a spot to camp. I realized I left my phone in the car dashboard. I went back alone. As I reached into the car, the hair on my neck stood up. I felt someone standing right behind me, breathing on me. I whipped around. No one. That was the first time I felt true terror. I grabbed my phone and ran back to the lights of the camp. We ate dinner, had some barbecue. Around 11:30 p.m., we decided to explore the woods with flashlights. We were walking in a line when I heard footsteps behind us, heavy footsteps. I stopped everyone. "Do you hear that?" They heard nothing. Suddenly, my friend screamed, "Aahan, run! Behind you!" and they sprinted away as a prank. I tried to run, but I couldn't. My feet were glued to the ground. I was paralyzed. My heart was pounding out of my chest. When my friends came back laughing, they realized I wasn't acting. They recited Ayatul Kursi, blew on me, and suddenly my legs were free. We rushed back to the tents, terrified.
Back at the 10th, to lighten the mood, we played Truth or Dare. Our bravest friend took a dare to go alone into the forest for 10 minutes. I begged him not to, but he went. 5 minutes passed. Silence. Then a blood-curdling scream tore through the night. We ran blindly into the dark, shouting his name. No answer. We found him nearly 4 kilometers away. It was impossible for him to travel that far in 5 minutes. He was unconscious and ice cold. When he woke up, he told us, "I heard singing. I followed it to a tree. The singing stopped, and something slapped my back." We lifted his shirt. There was a massive handprint burned into his skin. It looked like his flesh had melted. Suddenly, we heard crunching sounds outside the tent. Someone was chewing on the leftover bones. Then, growling. Not one animal, but many, surrounding us. We saw giant footprints outside, too big to be human. We ran for the car, but the doors were jammed tight. The growling got closer. We ran back to the tent and zipped it up. We were trapped. I played Quranic recitation on my phone. The moment the audio started, the creatures outside screamed in rage. The tent shook. We recited Ayatul Kursi until sunrise. As the sun came up, the noises stopped. We stepped out. The campsite was covered in clots of fresh blood and a terrible rotting smell. We ran to the car. It was covered in deep, savage scratches. The doors opened easily now. We didn't look back. I thought it was over. I was wrong. Back at my apartment, I got violently sick. Medicines didn't work. That night at 3:15 a.m., someone banged on my door. No one was there. The next day, I was frying shami kebabs in the kitchen. The power went out, pitch black. I felt a presence right behind me, a cold breath, then a whisper directly in my ear. I remembered my mother's advice and immediately performed Urdu and recited protection prayers. A few days later, I saw a cat on the street, unusually large. In the blink of an eye, it vanished. That night, at 2:30 a.m., I woke up unable to move. Sleep paralysis. But this wasn't a dream. Sitting on my chest was a girl. Her face was burned. Where her eyes should have been, there were just hollow black holes. She started strangling me. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't scream. I recited Ayatul Kursi in my heart, begging Allah for help. Suddenly, she vanished. I turned on the lights and ran out of my apartment, crying. I called my mother in Pakistan. She connected me with a spiritual elder. He told me something that froze my blood. He said, "When your car broke down, you kicked a stone into the bushes. That stone hit and killed the child of a witch living there. The entity haunting you is the mother. She wants revenge." He gave me specific prayers and told me to cleanse my apartment with recited water. I did exactly as he said. Alhamdulillah, the attacks stopped. But even today, sometimes, I feel like someone is watching me from the dark.
So that was Aahan's story. It is said that we should never disturb places that don't belong to us. If you enjoyed this story, please like the video. If you are new to the channel, subscribe and hit the bell icon to join the Scary Stories by Mask family. Take care of yourselves and remember me in your prayers. Bye-bye.